Alright guys, so we just got out of the water shrine. We upped our potions. We have 50 antidotes still. We got one more cottage, more gold needles. Really the potions are what really matters. There's not much else to add. We're level 31, but that's just from leveling up in the shrine. So yeah, let's jump back in. So we got to the highest level of the shrine, the 5th floor, but there wasn't a lot there. And they had referenced in the or the mermaids had referenced that at the lowest point of the shrine is where the Water Fiend resides. So we want to go talk to him with our spells and our fists and see how he's doing. So let's jump into it. I do like that there's a little animation when you enter. I'm sure it would get really annoying if we have to go in and out, but it's a little bit, it's nice. It's like a little clean cutscene. So northeast, that is where we found the staircase going towards the mermaids. So now we're gonna switch it up. Of course, we're gonna go northwest and see if there's a difference there. I really should get Bolt 2 again. I messed up. I should go back and get Bolt 2 for like a level 3 spell for both of my mages. It's at the point where like I didn't level up those like specific slots because I thought that we might need like to fill that later on. But now we just got this awkward scenario where like we have useless spells in certain slots. So obviously you see my gosh, it's been so long since I played. I forget what my other mage is called. Lulu. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I promise I can speak English. But you saw Lulu was poisoned there. We have the antidote though, so we're not too concerned about that. We're just gonna go up left and northwest. We're gonna see if there's a staircase. Fingers crossed. I feel like there has to be, because I think we specifically searched every single location except northwest. You know, it could be locked behind like some sort of thing where they say like, oh, you gotta defeat the air fiend before you go to this. Yeah, like that could be a thing. Hopefully it's not, but it could be. Like we could definitely encounter that. I wouldn't be too surprised. So we're not gonna run. Come on, buddy. Be brave. We're gonna bolt him. We're gonna bolt the people that bolt us. Bolt 2, well how about Bolt 3? That'll show him. Thinking about this, that might have been a bad idea. I don't think it deals enough damage to warrant 2 bolts. You know, it's kind of resource intensive. But we are on the 3rd floor, so we're gonna go to the 2nd floor soon, and then the 1st floor. Like it feels like we're pretty close, you know. I mean, arguably, maybe we are very far away, and I'm wasting resources. But I hope it doesn't come into play too soon. These are the ones that really require the bolts, in all honesty. We want Orin to hit the Sahagin Prince first, perfect. And then we want one bolt to just take everything out, which it should, because the Chiefs are actually pretty weak when it comes to the bolt magic, and we're normally able to just knock them all out with one cast. There it is. See, that's always a rough encounter because I feel like I don't get enough resources out of what I do, you know? Like, they're all pretty weak and I don't get a lot of experience. So it's kind of just like, oh, cool. Oh gosh, this is actually annoying. This looks like a problem. Okay, I could live with another bolt here, you know? Like I could live. There's 3 enemies. I can live with it, you know. I'm not gonna be too annoyed at this. If there was like 1, I'd be like, come on. Quite a bit of experience. I don't think we're gonna see a level up anytime soon because we all got to level 31 pretty recently. So it's not like we're just on the cusp of like level 32. It's gonna be quite a bit of time, most likely, until we see that. But even at this level, I feel like we're facing tougher and tougher enemies. I honestly feel like the higher levels are easier, which makes sense because we just met the mermaids there. Full disclosure, I definitely thought I was going the right way, and then I found out later I was not. I was thinking like, oh, higher level means like that's where the Fiend would be, but I guess it kind of makes sense that he dwells kind of deep in the shrine or the temple. Okay. I always feel like I should turn off some of the background noises. Obviously, I can't. I mean, I can't turn that off. That was the ice maker. If you were curious, it should be able to noise cancel out pretty well, but we'll see. I'm using the Blue Yeti microphone. Just been a champ over like, gosh, when did I even get this microphone? Has it been like 5 years? It's been a lot of years. So we're gonna hit the deep eyes first, mostly because the paralyze is really, really annoying to deal with. So he doesn't use it that time, which is good, because I don't want to knock out Orin right now. I want him to just swing for the fences and take out this shark. Obviously paralyzed, it doesn't last the whole like journey into the cave, like after this battle would wear off, but it's still just kind of annoying to deal with, you know? It's just a hindrance we don't want to concern ourselves with. So southwest, we know that's a bust. Nothing really there. We're gonna bolt the heck out of these guys because they deal a lot of damage. They could knock out Orin. Hopefully they don't. Come on, bolt. I do not want to have to revive Orin. I'll do it if I have to, but I don't want to have to. There it is. Okay, he's a fighter. So we're reaching the point now where I actually just want to use our white mage to heal up Orin, the cure 4, because it cures for all of his lost HP. It's just a lot more efficient than using like all these potions, and the potions are really good for healing up just the small chip damage that our party gets, which we get quite a bit of chip damage, and then Orin just takes like a beating. I did not mean to use that last potion. That was definitely a waste because it was only 4 HP recovered. 4 HP is nothing to concern ourselves with. We use fire. Well, so we use ice. I'm not really sure because we have definitely burned through our bolt resources, I guess I'd say. And we're on the 2nd floor, so we've just got to map out where the 1st floor is, basically. But all in all, I think this actually revolutionary idea. Do we just not use magic here? The Sahagin Chiefs do so little damage, it might not even be worth it. You know? Like we maybe just would knock out the princes and take 1 damage apiece for a while. I don't know. But this shrine, it seems it seems not really puzzle-like a lot of the other ones were. It seems pretty straightforward. There is that confusing bit where you go up and down, but like once you go up and meet the mermaids, you're having a good time. It's not a big deal. We should make a note to go visit them again, just to see if the dialogue changes, because it should, right? Like if we help them out, they should probably say something about that. So we've checked out the southwest. We're gonna check out northwest now. Very easy fight. Obviously we've been here, so maybe southeast. And then this specific sea scorpion will be in trouble. That's what we're gonna say. I'm liking this though. I think we're doing good. Like I feel pretty good about how we're doing. We haven't really gotten the game over in quite a while. I think we've adjusted our play to a certain degree because we did get a few game overs. We definitely delved a little bit too deep and got a little bit surprised with some of the encounters we had, and then we kind of got blown out of the water. But yeah, it looks like Vivi levels up there. That's good to see. I was also looking over a list that someone on our Final Fantasy posted, By R, I mean the Reddit, the subreddit, the Final Fantasy subreddit. And they actually had a chronological list of like Final Fantasy content. I thought it was crazy. It was so cool and it was so nice. I'll link that below in the description, but I might go off that for what I cover. I'm not gonna cover all of it. I actually posted it in the well, let me pull it up actually. Okay, that's fine. Gain some experience. Let me mute this will be loud. So that took a lot longer than I thought it would. But yeah, they put, so the order per user C4 Cypher, they had said Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 2 Soul of Rebirth, which as I understand is a like a bonus like dungeon afterwards, after Final Fantasy 2, but it's exclusive to certain ports. I was looking up like what it was exclusive to. It's not on the PS3. It's not on this specific port. I think it's specific to iOS and Android, I think was what it said. Then Lulu leveled up. That's good to see. Now I'm thinking I messed up. Maybe South. Yeah, I guess we just go north. Like I definitely messed that up. I don't know what I was thinking. But that's interesting. I don't know if I'll do the Soul of Rebirth. I'll be honest though, like I cheated. I looked up the plot of like what it was, and spoiler alert for the next like 10 seconds. So apparently the plot is you have to like meet the final boss again, who's like the emperor or whatever, and then you just like he says he's good, and then like they're like nah, he's not actually good, and then you fight him again. Like that was the idea that I got from what they were saying in the wiki. But yeah, and then after that, I thought it was really interesting. They reference something called the Romancing Saga, which I don't know what the Romancing Saga is. Like I looked it up, and apparently it's another game by Square, and it was actually on the PS2. I think it was referenced, like it was remade or something and put there. But I'm unclear on if it actually has any relation to the Final Fantasy series. The person who had posted said order of each Final Fantasy, so I feel like it has to have something to do with it. But I don't know if I'll play through the Romancing Sagas, the 1, 2, 3, and all that stuff. We'll see. This might be a really kind of like a scuffed like playthrough, I guess you'd say. Where we're gonna play through Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, after years, all that stuff. But then like if we think the Romancing Saga is important, we might go back and then play that, and we'll see. Some people might argue like, well, that's not how like the argument people might make to me is like, you said you're gonna play through them and like experience them, and like that's not really playing through them in the order you specified. I don't think that's a big deal, and the reason is because I've already played like Final Fantasy 10, 12, like I've already broken the order when I was 10 years old. So like at this point it's kind of like, it's already broken. Like we can play them in any order. I'm just going to try to play them in order for the recording. It looks like Orin leveled up. Nice. Let me tell you, Final Fantasy 7 is going to be hard. hard to play through. I know that for sure. Mostly because, like, think about how many side games there are in Final Fantasy VII. Like, oh my gosh, there's gonna be so much. More Gil. Ooh, a fight. That's exciting. Who am I fighting? Oh, Whirlwinds. But yeah, like, what does Final Fantasy VII even start? Oh my gosh. So, apparently the order of Final Fantasy VII, and this just isn't just games. Like, this isn't just games that this person had listed. So it's Final Fantasy VII, Before Crisis, Crisis Core, Last Order, the original Final Fantasy VII, The Maiden Who Travels the Planet, On the Way to a Smile, The Kids Are Alright, A Turk's Side Story, Advent Children, Complete, Dirge of Cerberus, Lost Episode, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Remake 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake 3. Which obviously Remake 2 and 3, those are tentative. Like, those are ideas, and they are not quite made. Unless they're referencing, like, the remaster, and they just, like... No, there wasn't a remaster, there was just ports. I'm trying to think, yeah, there was just port overs. There weren't actually remasters as far as I know. There was a before the remake, I mean, obviously it still exists, but there was a, I know there was a mod that, like, redid the textures of Final Fantasy VII, and it looks great. It was fantastic. But there is a, oh, it looks like Vivi leveled up. What? Wait, what level is Vivi then? You're at level 33? Okay, no, he was the last one. I was gonna say, what is going on? I thought he was just like championing ahead of everyone. He was just like going crazy. Man, we're gonna burn. Oh, I shouldn't have healed Orin. He's my guinea pig. He takes all the damage, and then we just revive him and then full heal him. So obviously we've come from southeast. We're gonna go southwest. We're just continuing the same idea. We're investigating certain portions of the map and then going from there. We're splitting up the ways we attack here because we want Orin to just take out one ghost by himself. It's only 2 ghosts, so it really is not worth it to just blow a whole like a whole spell on. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, if I, from what that person had posted though, if I record all that content, like, I would argue, and please prove me wrong, I'd be really interested to watch this, like, I might be the only channel to record everything Final Fantasy related. Whether that be a good or a bad thing. It could definitely be a bad thing. But, yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm just going through it, and I'm doing it for fun because I think it's nice to see the origin of where, like, Final Fantasy came from, and, you know, you see all these, like, original enemies, and you get these unique stories, and it's a good time. I think the biggest appeal to me, though, is probably the unique stories. Like, I mean, as you guys would imagine, if we were on Final Fantasy 16 and it was all the same story, like, you know, that's liable to make someone go crazy. Like, that's just, at a certain point, you gotta end a series. Oh no, we're dead. This is GG over. These are the guys that insta kill. No. Oh, he missed. All right, we gotta go all out here. Like, all out. We have to. Yeah. Okay. So okay. Cockatrice fled. That's good. We have to just kill them all. Kill them all. Holy. Come on. We cannot get the Pyrolist to gaze us to kill us. Like, that is just the worst timeline. Like, we cannot die at this point. We'll holy him, sure. But, yeah, I think I'm pretty dedicated to content, though. Like, in terms of, I think I have, I don't know how to phrase this. I feel like I have, oh, Giant's Gloves, what do those do? Obviously don't have any attention span, but, Oh, can anyone equip the giant's gloves? A? Gloves with saber effect. Interesting. But I feel like I have a lot of endurance when it comes to my recordings and my commentary. Just because I've recorded Blitzball for so long, I think I'm good at. I guess I would say I've recorded a lot of hours, so I think I'm pretty good at like talking and like commentating over things, and I enjoy it a lot. So I think me going through the whole series, it wouldn't be necessarily too bad. Not to make enemies right now, but I am aware some of the Final Fantasy content is just bad, like it's not good. And what I'm basing this off of, let me pull up the list again before someone says which Final Fantasy don't you like. I specify the Final Fantasy content. In this list, there is Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, Chocobo's Dungeon 2, Chocobo World, Chocobo Racing, Chocobo Collection, Chocobo On the Job, Final Fantasy Fables, Chocobo Tales, Final Fantasy Fables, Chocobo's Dungeon, Chocobo and the Magic Book, The Witch, the Girl, and 5 Heroes, Chocobo's Crystal Tower, and Chocobo Panic. Okay, here's the thing. Oh, I messed up that attack, my fault. But here's the thing. Thrash me if you want. I feel like all the Chocobo games, one of them's got to be not that great. Like, one of them's got to be, like, pretty rough to play through. You know, it's got to be definitely a little bit of a grind where you're like, why am I here? Like, we're not talking like, Final Fantasy 6 is bad and Final Fantasy 8 is good. I'm talking about these, like, real small mini games and the mini full games where you're like, I don't know if I should play this or not. You know, this is gonna be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it, but I might like do the really good things, like the ones I assume are really fun, and then I might jump into Chocobo series and see if we have a good time. There's gonna be more of those pirate things. Oh, there's not. Okay, cool. I thought we were in trouble there. I was like, oh no, this is where they get me. You know, this is where they just end my life. God, that's a lot of Chocobo. And this is all supposed to be in chronological order. This is after Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if all of that came out after Final Fantasy VII, but if it did, I don't know who was in charge, but they were going Choco crazy, dude. They were just going, wow, they were diving in deep, you know? They're like, hey, remember that cool story about Sephiroth and the planet and the life force? What about Chocobos? Which, I mean, granted, Chocobos are cool, but, wow. That is like a Chocoholic over there or something. I'm gonna stop with the Chocobo jokes. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna use some potions here. I think we're good. Like, I think we're good to finish the dungeon, like, with what we have. I know we've done a lot of expansive searching, but I think we're doing good. So we've done southeast, southwest. We're gonna do northeast now. Or sorry, northwest now. Oh, I need to switch this up. I want to do it this way. Gosh, there's so much. I think, like, let me actually count up the list of content that they included, which is kind of cheating because some of it's like Final Fantasy 2 and then Final Fantasy 2 Soul of Rebirth. That's just a small, like, it's not an entire other game. So it's a little bit unfair to quantify it that way, but I'm going to do it that way anyways. But in terms of, like, content to record and content to go through, it's looking like we have, let me count this up. I guess I probably have to put some input here. Alright, and then the Sea Scorpion Super Dead. 5. Okay. Let's get some healing going on here. Yeah, I'm still counting. There's a lot. Man, if only I could use cottages and caves. I mean, the game would be just absurdly easy, but you know, make my life a little bit easier. All right, so we're going northeast here. Sorry, northwest. I always forget. We did it. It was northwest. It's always like the last place. It's always like the second to last place I check, I swear. Okay, so we're not getting any new fiends yet, so that's good. Okay. So I'm counting around 140 pieces of content for Final Fantasy released so far. This is a long list. Like I said, I'll link it below. And not all of its content we're going to go through. And some of its content we really can't go through. I mean, we could, but I'll think about it. Like, it's movies, you know? Like, movies and stuff like that where I can do, like, reviews and stuff. But I don't know. That's not really, sorry if that comment sounded exasperated. But that's not really stuff I do, you know? I don't do, like, movie reviews. And it's hard to make that, like, content. Like, it's hard to show you me experiencing the film, if that makes sense. At least in my opinion it is. But yeah, we're gonna go after this guy. Yeah. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff to record. And when it comes to the MMO stuff, I might just stream that. Oh wait, I was gonna say, who did I even hit there? I really do like, I've played Final Fantasy 14 a few times, and I really like it actually. I have a good time playing it. I definitely enjoy it, but I don't know how to make that like episodic, kind of like this is. So I think it just makes more sense to just kind of record it all. This looks like the boss. Can I? Okay, I can't use my canoe. I was like, is this the one moment I can? No. Oh my gosh. I didn't want to flee. I mean, I guess it's kind of probably good because it reserves my health, but I obviously do not want to flee there. I was hoping to more like fight them. I do think this series is going to get progressively easier as I go along. I actually posted a question in the Final Fantasy X subreddit, and we were talking about what do you like least about Final Fantasy X. Someone said the ease of the game, so we were actually talking about that, like the difficult. No, what is it? I think I just brought up the ease of the game. I believe Final Fantasies, like most series in video games, they got easier over time. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I think it's noticeable. I don't know. It's so tough, because like other games, like this is I'm speaking from a place of ignorance here, I think, but other games like have difficulty modes, and I don't know what actually triggers those difficulty modes, you know? Like when you think of Halo, like somehow like the enemies like fire better and stuff like that, and they aim better. And I don't know if there's like just certain mappings they do to make that occur. It's tough for me to actually say without like knowing. But wait, did I mess up? I messed up, didn't I? Oh, I did. I messed up. I used all my life. That sucks. I think Final Fantasy might find difficulty in difficulty modes just because like you have to retool all the stats of the monsters. I think that's really the main thing to do it. Like you give everyone lower strength and then the monsters are tougher and they have different attack patterns. And at that point, if you have easy, medium, and hard, you're essentially making 3 Final Fantasy games, you know? I don't know how difficult it is. I mean, I feel like that's a thing already though. Oh wait, we're here. Perfect. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake had something like that. You humans amaze me. Who would have thought any land creature could make it this far? Dude, he looks angry. But I'm afraid it is time to teach you your place. Kraken the Water Fiend shall instruct you. Okay. About to get instructed. That's exciting. Well, first we're gonna give Orange Steel and Haste, and we'll just shield the whole party. But yeah, I think difficulty modes would be nice, just to kind of switch it up. I think I heard that they made the, oh my god. Calm down. Lulu's almost dead because of you, buddy. What are you doing? I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna bolt you. I'm terrified. This guy did so much damage. Let's just haste people. Like, let's just throw out haste. Let's cure Lulu. We might just kill him here. Oh, we don't. Are we dead? Are we not supposed to be here yet? We might just be dead. Tell me we're not dead. I was gonna say if that killed him, that would have been hilarious. Okay, we're gonna ice again, and then we're going to holy. And we're just gonna go all out hits. This should kill him. I was gonna say, Orin is so strong when we just buff him that like it's crazy to think that he wouldn't win. All these boss battles are pretty easy when you have super karate master Orin. Quite a bit of experience, dude. The random encounters give you more experience. Come on, buddy. I'm trying to think if I should explore the water ruins more. I feel like probably. They're doing their dance. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a bit of time before we finish the recording of all the Final Fantasy content, though, like the actual Let's Plays. Like, that'll be a big task. So right now, I think what it's... Oh, am I just outside of Anok now? We got the crystal. We're just done. But yeah, the big thing will be we'll be doing obviously Final Fantasy Blitzball content for a while. Then we'll switch over to like probably 1 Blitzball video a day once we finish the journeys, and then we'll have 3 videos a day because we'll have the Blitzball game, a second mini game that we incorporate, and then the Let's Plays. And then that might change up further. I hate to like spam people with so many like videos that they're subscribed, but there's so much stuff I want to record, you know. It's always a challenge. But yeah, I think that calls it for this video. I mean, we got our crystal shining, and now we're probably gonna jump back into the water shrine just to talk to all the mermaids, and then we'll see how everything's going. But I will see you guys next time.